हरि ओम ओम सच्चिदानंदाय कृष्णाय कृष्णकारिणे नमो वेदांत वेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे श्लोक अप्रमेयो हृषीकेशः पद्मनाभो अमरप्रभुः विश्वकर्मा मनुस्त्वष्टा स्थविष्ठस्थविरो ध्रुवः. Okay, so padmanābhaḥ, next name is padmanābhaḥ. Padma means a lotus, nābhi, from the word nābhi, root, the navel. Okay, so Parāśara Bhatta says padme nābhau yasya, nābhau padme yasya, in whose navel there is a lotus. You can see the form of Vishnu, from the navel of Vishnu, you can see a lotus coming out, and there is a connection. There is the lotus stem. It is connected to his navel, and in that there is this Brahmaji sitting. Normally, any photo of Vishnu will have, but the problem is they want to highlight Vishnu, not show Brahmaji, so they just erase Brahmaji there. But if you see in Anantashena, like Padmanābhaḥ Kshetra, Trivandrum, if you see Vishnu in Anantashena, from his navel, you can see this Brahma lotus coming out, and in that Brahmaji is seated there. Okay, so that is what is the meaning by Parāśara Bhatta. Bhagavan Bhāśyakara says Padma is the cause for all the creation. Padma here does not mean lotus. Padma is the cause for creation. So in whose navel the existence of the whole creation is, that is what Padmanābhaḥ means. Nābhā akaranta, therefore nābhāya, padmanābhāya, that will be the fourth case. So the name is Namavali is Om Padmanābhāya Namaha, Om Padmanābhāya Namaha, Om Padmanābhāya Namaha, Om Padmanābhāya Namaha. Very good. hāṣya. sarvajagatkāraṇaṃ padmam nābhau yasya sa padmanābhaḥ. Direct. The cause for all the creation is Padma, and that which exists in his navel is called as padmanābhaḥ. Okay. ajasya nābhāvadhyekamarpitam. What is the proof? What is the proof that this cause for creation is in the navel? See, actually, that is the area where the cause for any creation exists. Navel is the area where the cause for any creation exists. Okay, that's a very important point. So here he says, how can you say that? So it is said ajasya nābhāvadhyekamarpitam. In Taittiriya Samhita it is said ajasya. Aja means normally goat. Here aja is not goat. Ajasya means na jātamiti aja, that which is unborn. In that unborn one, nābhau, in his navel, the navel of the unborn one, ekam adhi arpitam, that one is established. That one lotus is established. That one lotus is existent. So in that unborn, this one, in the navel of that unborn, this lotus exists. That is the idea there in the Shruti. Okay. Now next is amaraprabhuḥ. While explaining, while chanting this, I said this is a very important name. We'll explain that, I said, right? We'll see that. Amaraprabhuḥ. Amaraprabhuḥ, that's the name. Okay. So amaraprabhuḥ, amara means the godheads, all the devatas. So amarāṇāṃ srishti adhikara dānena nirvāhakatcha. So he by giving the godheads their power, by instilling them with the power, by giving them the power for doing all that, he manages them. Micromanagement, giving different people different powers and managing them. That is what Vishnu does. That is what he says. Okay, here Bhagavan Bhāśyakara, that is Parāśara Bhatta. Bhagavan Bhāśyakara says amarāṇāṃ prabhu. Why do you have to go around beating bush? Amarāṇāṃ prabhu, he is the Lord for all the godheads, all the deities. Therefore amaraprabhuḥ. Okay, now amaraprabhuḥ, Ukaranta. Ukaranta means the fourth case will be ve, prabhave, amaraprabhuḥ. Okay, so the application namavali will be Om amaraprabhuḥ namaha, Om amaraprabhuḥ namaha, Om amaraprabhuḥ namaha, Om amaraprabhuḥ namaha. Very good. So what is the story? I said it's a very interesting name. What is interesting here? So the problem is while chanting, in many places we see people normally chant when they don't know where to break. They break it in wrong places or they chant it wrongly. Okay. So like I said in sarvam sharvam. So some people they'll chant it sarvam sarvam without understanding the difference sarvam and sharvam. Okay. Now here amaraprabhuḥ, padmanābhav, amaraprabhuḥ, that is the word. Okay. But when you chant it, padmanābhav, amaraprabhuḥ, padmanābhav, amaraprabhuḥ, that is how you have to chant it. But normally people, how do they chant as padmanābhav, amaraprabhuḥ? They break it and they say maraprabhuḥ, not amaraprabhuḥ. Okay. So what is funny there? Maraprabhuḥ. Maranam prabhuḥ iti maraprabhuḥ. Mara means in marasya prabhuḥ or maranam prabhuḥ. Marasya prabhuḥ. Mara means in Tamil, in South Indian language, Tamil, Malayalam, etc. Mara means tree. So one who is the lord of trees, one who is in the form of trees, that is the idea there. Maraprabhuḥ. Guruvayur, this deity, with great devotion, he started chanting this and he starts chanting as Maraprabhuḥ always. Even when the Pandits correct him, he is not correcting. He is just chanting it wrongly again. So, Bhagavan, this is the grace of Bhagavan, compassion of Bhagavan. See, we have this saying, like we should have to trim the shoe or slipper according to our feet. Not the other way around. We should not cut our feet according to the slippers. Bhagavan trimmed himself for the name. You chant it wrong, okay, I'll become that form. That is why you can see in Shiva Mahimna, Pushpadanta, he says when you start Mahimna Paranta, your greatness is incomprehensible, incomprehensible. I cannot comprehend that your greatness. But for my intelligence, I understand whatever I say is your name, your greatness. So I will never miss the target. So Maraprabhuḥ became Bhagavan form. In Guruvayur, behind the temple, they have installed a tree form in which they have this form of Vishnu. You Google Maraprabhuḥ form, Guruvayur, you can see that. Okay. Ajasya nābhāvadhyekamarpitam iti śruteḥ. So, maraprabhuḥ. Amarāṇāṃ prabhuḥ bhāṣya. Amarāṇāṃ prabhuḥ, amaraprabhuḥ. Amarāṇāṃ prabhuḥ, amaraprabhuḥ. Mara, from the root word, mr prānatyāge, to give up the life. Mr prānatyāge, mrityu, etc. comes from that death. The word death, etc. comes from that mr root word. Okay. Now, Mara, okay, death. Mara, nan samasa, no death, amara, okay. And Prabhu means Prabhavati, that which creates. So that which creates the amaras, or that which protects the amaras, that which sustains the amaras is the deities, the people who have no death is Amaraprabhuḥ, Lord of the eternal. Yeah, the eternal gods. Next is viśvakarmā. Viśvakarmā. Parāśara Bhatta says, see, Srishti is done by Brahmaji. Even before Srishti and after the Srishti, it is not Brahmaji. Through the Brahmaji, we said he micromanages. Actually, he does not micromanage. Through him, he is the one who is doing the job. So that is how he interprets it. So all the activities are performed by this fellow itself. Therefore, that is why he is called as Viśvakarmā. Okay, Vishnu is called as Viśvakarmā. Now, Bhagavan Bhashakara interprets it in these 4 ways. One is Vishva, all the creation, all the activities is Viśvakarmā. Viśvaṃ, karma, kriyā. Karma means kriyā, activities. Every activity is activity. Okay, viśvaṃ kriyate, one who creates this world, viśvaṃ, is Viśvakarmā. Or vicitra nirmāṇaśaktimattvādvā, one who has different kinds of powers, strange powers, supernatural powers. Therefore, he is called as a Viśvakarmā. Fourth name is Viśvakarmā is similar to tvaṣṭrā, a form similar to tvaṣṭrā. Therefore, he is called as Viśvakarmā. That's another fourth form. See, Viśvakarmā is a deity in this fourth name. There is this deity called Viśvakarmā in North India. See, though we have Viśvakarmā in Viśvakarmā is a group of technical people, right? They worship that deity because Viśvakarmā is a shilpi. He is a sculptor of deities. So what happens is North India, especially Bihar, UP, that area, they have this form of Viśvakarmā. They worship him specifically. The people who are technicians, they worship him daily, and they have a temple and all there. Okay. Anyway, that's a different story. Viśvakarmā, Akaranta. If it is Akaranta, the ending will be Trijanta, right? So, Viśvakarmā, no, it is not. That's a general statement. If it is a Akaranta, it will be Trijanta, but here it is not Trijanta. Viśvakarman, Karman is the base word. Karman, small na. Okay? Viśvakarman. Now, when it is added with, because it is the nakara is at the end, it will not turn into nakara, na. So, but when you add the fourth case, nye, Viśvakarmane, so na in becomes in. Okay? Viśvakarmane. That's the fourth case. So the name will be Om Viśvakarmane Namaha. Om Viśvakarmane Namaha. Om Viśvakarmane Namaha. Om Viśvakarmane Namaha. Very good. Viśvakarmane Namaha. So, first name. Viśvakarmā kriyā yasya sa viśvakarmā. Viśvaṃ karma kriyā. Viśva, the whole world itself is the activity, or all the activities. One who has all the activities in him is Viśvakarmā. Or kriyate jagateti karma. The activity is the world itself. One who has the world as the activity is Viśvakarmā. Viśvaṃ karma yasyeti. In that way you can understand. Or the viśvaṃ, the one who has the world as his creation. So that is Viśvakarmā. Or vicitra nirmāṇaśaktimattvādvā, one who has different kinds of supernatural powers. That is also Viśvakarmā. Okay. So fourth is Viśvakarmana tvaṣṭrā sādṛśyādvā. He has a similarity with the tvaṣṭrā. Tvaṣṭrā is the next word is manu. Next third name is tvaṣṭrā. Okay, we'll come to that. So he has a similarity. As I said, the similarity is he is the shilpi. He is the sculptor of the gods. That is the name Viśvakarmā. Next name Manu. Beautiful name Manu. Manuḥ. So, manu avabodhana is the root word. To think. So, one who creates everything just by thinking. When we said he creates using these people, he creates, but he is the one who is the creator through them also. That is not, he is not doing any activity, but just by thought, he is creating. That is what Parāśara Bhatta says. Bhagavan Bhashakara interprets this also in 3 ways. Mananāt manu, because he thinks, therefore he is manu. Or mantra, because he is of the nature of mantra, therefore he is a manu. Okay, I understand. So next is a prajāpati. Manu is prajāpati. We'll come to this prajāpati. Prajāpati means a creator. Okay, therefore he is manu. Now manu ukaranta, therefore the fourth case will be manave. Om manave namaha. Om manave namaha. Om manave namaha. Na, not the big na, small na, not the gut na. Okay, so manave. Okay, manu. Mananāt manuḥ. He says mananāt manuḥ. Manu avabodhane, one who thinks. So to think, manu avabodhane. Avabodhane means to think. Mana jnane, there is another root word. We can use that also. To know. So in both sense, one who knows or one who thinks. Only the person one who knows can think, not other way. So how do you know this is his thinker? nānyo'to'sti mantā iti śruteḥ. The Shruti says there is no other thinker. There is no one who thinks. This is the only person who thinks. This self is the one which thinks. But the problem is, one who knows the self, the liberated one, does not have a mind. He cannot think. When the liberated one himself cannot think, how can this Brahman, the self, think? So we say it is not just the thinking, it is also the seeing. nānyo'to'sti, tvaṣṭrā, there is seeing, feeling, etc. Everything is of the Brahman itself. Meaning it's just a superfluous way of saying everything is done by Brahman. Okay, so nānyo'to'sti mantā. So he is the one who is the thinker. That's the idea. Okay, meaning indweller in you, he is the one who is in the form of indweller. Okay, next is mantra. It can be manu mantra in the form of omkara, etc. mantra, which liberates you to that state of non-thinking. That is a mantra, manu. Or manu can mean also prajapati. Prajapati means the creator. See, you have to understand this creator is the Manu Prajapati's rule book is what is called as Manusmriti. So he gives the rule book, which when you follow, you will be a better person. That is Manusmriti. People, for their petty reasons, they mistreat it in different ways. Okay, that's a different thing. Manu avabodhane Prajapati. Okay, tvaṣṭrā. Next is a tvaṣṭrā. Tvaṣṭrā. So we said manu. Through that manu, through that thinking, one who creates this whole name, form, different kinds of creation. That is tvaṣṭrā. The one who creates using that thought, the different kinds of names and forms is a tvaṣṭrā. That is what Parāśara says. Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara is saying something different. Actually, whatever Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara said here, he is taking it in a contradictory way. Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara says tvaṣṭrā is during the time of dissolution, samhāra, pralaya, one who takes everything in the form of seed. That is tvaṣṭrā, tanū-karaṇatvāt, one who shrinks everything and brings it into a subtle form, seed form. That is tvaṣṭrā. Okay. Now, tvaṣṭrā ākaranta. So, trijanta. Here it is trijanta. Tvaṣṭrā. Okay. So, the fourth case will be tvaṣṭrē. So, the name will be, namavali will be, application will be Om tvaṣṭrē namaha. Om tvaṣṭrē namaha. Om tvaṣṭrē namaha. Om tvaṣṭrē namaha. Okay. Now, bhāṣya. Saṃhārasamaye sarvabhūtatanū-karaṇatvāt. During the time of dissolution, he takes everything. Tanū-karaṇat means to shrink everything and to keep everything in the essence form, in the seed form. That is what tvaṣṭrā means. Now, that's a big problem. Takshatehe tanū-karanaर्थat trich pratyaya. So, with the root word taksh, you have in the sense of to shrink, you have trich pratyaya. That's the idea here. But think this. What happens during dissolution? Everything is destroyed. During pralaya, during dissolution, everything is destroyed. Okay? Some say inferno, some say with water, some say with whatever. It destroys everything. There is nothing remaining. Now everything is destroyed. That means the whole creation is destroyed. That means there is nothing for the next creation. There is no cause for the next creation, because the karmas, the activities which we perform in this life is the cause for our next birth. The activities which we perform in this birth, the good and bad activities, become the seed, the cause for the next birth. Now, if there is no karma, then there can be no creation, whether your next birth or the next creation. Because Shruti says, Dhata yatha purma kalpayat, the Dhata, the creator, he created us before. Us before means us in the past creation. How can he create? Because he needs karma as is a material cause. That's the instrumental cause he takes. Okay, there is karma. For this karma, this jiva, this being should experience something. Therefore, I produce such a conducive atmosphere for him, to experience that. Now, this tvaṣṭrā, what he does is, he takes everything in the seed form, samskara, thought imprints, we say, right? So that thought, that seed form, that vasana form, he takes it and protects it. All the jivas, thought imprints, he protects it. And during the next creation, he uses that as the instrumental, the supportive cause for the material cause. Okay, there needs to be a cause, right? So that is the supportive cause. Okay, next is tvaṣṭrā. Tvaṣṭrā. So tvaṣṭrā, sa gati nivarto, to stop moving. Okay, ishthan is a suffix which is added to show the superior greatness. Okay, so tvaṣṭrā means very gross, very fat, very big. So that is the idea. Parashara Bhatta says Sthūlatamaha is very huge, not in the sense of obese, but in the sense of huge with great power. Okay, Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara does not beat around bush. He just directly says he is one who is very great in the form of Virat, because the whole creation exists in him. Therefore, he is tvaṣṭrā. Okay, tvaṣṭrā is ending with a. Therefore, the name will be tvaṣṭāya, fourth case. So the Namavali will be Om tvaṣṭāya namaha. Om tvaṣṭāya namaha. Om tvaṣṭāya namaha. Om tvaṣṭāya namaha. Okay, now hāṣya. Atishayena sthūlaha tvaṣṭrā. Very big, superlative bigness. That is what tvaṣṭrā means. Because he is of the form of Virat. That is why he is called as huge. Every being exists in him. Next is Sthaviro Dhruvaha. See, this is one name. Sthaviro Dhruva is accepted as one name by Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara. Both the words are accepted as one name by Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara. But Parashara Bhatta accepts these as two names. Sthaviraha, Dhruvaha. Okay. So what does Sthaviraha mean? According to Parashara Bhatta, he says though he is cause for everything, he is different from the cause, like clay, etc. To say that it is said Sthaviraha. But Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara says, no, Sthavira means eternal, very old. Very old means that which is eternal. Okay, that is one meaning. Or it can mean age, old age. That is also Sthavira. Sthavira is a word used for old age. Okay, now that can be one. Then Dhruvaha, according to Parashara Bhatta, means, see, he is the one who manifests in different forms, but still he is untouched by anything. That is what is Dhruvaha. And Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara explains this as Stiraha, changeless. Meaning, though he is one who is undergoing the old age, one who is in the form of old age, but still he is changeless. One who is old maybe, but still he is changeless. Old age means death. That is the inevitable result. So though he is old, he is not one who is going to be facing death. He is eternal. Dhruvaha. So if it is two names, there will be two namavalis. Om Dhruvaya, Om Sthaviraya. Okay. Om Sthaviraya Namaha. Om Sthaviraya Namaha. Om Sthaviraya Namaha. Next is a Dhruva. Om Dhruvaya Namaha. Om Dhruvaya Namaha. Om Dhruvaya Namaha. This is according to Parashara Bhatta. But according to Bhagavan Bhashyakara, this is a adjective adjectified, one name. So, Om Sthaviraya Dhruvaya Namaha. Okay. Om Sthaviraya Dhruvaya Namaha. Om Sthaviraya Dhruvaya Namaha. Om Sthaviraya Dhruvaya Namaha. Om Sthaviraya Dhruvaya Namaha. Bhashya. Purāṇah Sthaviraha. Sthavira means very old. Okay. How do you know this? Tvesham hi yasya sthavirasya nama iti. So this, for this Vishnu, this Sthavira is a name to him. Okay. Because he is the one who is illumining everything. Even that which does not exist, he illumines that before the creation. So he exists before the creation, illumining that also. So he is Sthaviraha. Okay. And Sthavira also means pravayaha, Sthaviro, Vruddhaha, Pravaya. In dictionary, in Sanskrit dictionary called Kosha, it is a Sthavi, Pravayaha, Prakrishtena Vayaha, very old. Okay, Sthaviraha, old age. Then Vruddhaha, old age. So these are different names, synonyms for old age. Okay, Bahuracha. Vayovachanova, it can be also understood as a age related, old age. So if you take it as old age, then there will be a problem, change, transformation, death, inevitable. So it says Sthiratva Dhruvaha. Though it is old, it is eternal. Eternally, meaning it is old to old, new to new. Okay, or it is, though it is old, it is ever new. That can be also the interpretation. Sthaviro Dhruvaha iti ekam nama savisheshanam. That is why Bhagavan Bhashyakara says Sthaviraha Dhruvaha. This is a one name with a same declension, meaning same adjective adjectified. See, if you have same declension, two words and same declension, that normally is adjective and adjectified. Sthaviraya Dhruvaya, one is adjective, the other is adjectified. Okay, Sthaviraya Dhruvaya. So that is the name here. Okay, we'll see this. Om Purnamadaḥ Purnamidam Purnāt Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.